porn made by women is literally that. Porn made by people that identify as women. I do not think that there's a general aesthetic or content because every woman is different and so every film is unique. Feminist, hardcore, groundbreaking, exciting. So when we're talking about the male or female gaze, we're not actually talking about the actual view of a woman or a man, because every man and woman and human being are different and they will have different subjective perspectives and impressions. Now, when we're talking about the male gaze, we're talking about a systemic structure, a series of resources, specifically in film, that have been positioning men and women under a certain light by using certain camera techniques, certain filmic narrative techniques. They've been creating ideals about what it means to be a woman and to be a man. Now, this of course we find everywhere, from Hollywood films to music to porn, and I would say that a female gaze is the intention to break through these norms and try to portray different identities and different narratives on another light using different cinematographic resources. So what I do is I ask the performers about their preferences, their boundaries, and together with my partner, we develop scenarios that are fitting and encompassing all of those preferences. Now, when we go to post-production, we want to challenge the viewer and not see the viewer as a passive voyeur, but through the way we edit the films and the way we use music, we are trying to engage the viewer, or they can decide consciously to be part of that desire, of that fantasy, of that excitement. I try to work with a mixture of my own fantasies and the fantasies of the performers that I'm working with. And I think that putting all of our, desires and fantasies together is what maybe is going to get a product that also appeals to more people. I love literally everything about doing my own porn films, but if I would have to choose, I would say that my favorite part is when I'm on set and looking through the camera, the sex is going on, and I see something happening there that I find beautiful and exciting. I think that's just a very special moment. I absolutely think that it is very much compatible to be ethical and produce porn. I think that porn can be a tool to explore sexuality and to liberate ourselves of very constrictive ideas about sexuality that we've learned. I use porn as a means to celebrate diversity and different bodies and sexualities and sexual practices, and I think it's a great eyes opener, and I think we should all be talking and watching more porn. I'm a great advocate for consent. I would say that consent is one of the top 3 values that I hold very, very high, both in my personal life and my work. I think that we grow up in societies that do not foster consent. I think we're lacking the tools to communicate, and that's one of the reasons why I do porn, because I have experienced porn as a space where consent is very much at the beginning of every working day, and I want to keep on working on that, and I want to share that knowledge with the rest of the world. When I'm directing, I'm very much focused on the performers. So in the moment being on set, I don't think so much about the audience and if they're men or women. When it comes to post-production, I hope that the final product of my films appeal to people for their sexual dynamics, their aesthetics, their music, and I hope that goes beyond gender. Listen to yourself, get rid of all of the shame and all of the guilt, and go for what you like. I think whatever it is that you like, if it's sweet, candy-looking porn, or if it is super hardcore, dungeon BDSM, that's great. You're gonna have the most fun if you're doing what you actually enjoy doing. So go for it.